This video is for linear equations in various forms. So we are going to write equations in slope-intercept form, point-slope form, and standard form. So slope-intercept form you should have been doing since about 7th grade, at least 8th grade. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. So find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form, typo, that passes through the points -4, -7, -6, 9. So we found slope by hand on last night's notes. I'm going to show you how to do slope-intercept form in your calculator. So what we're going to do is we are going to go to this one here, which is spreadsheets, list in spreadsheets. Up here where it says A, we're going to type an X. Up here where it says B, we're going to type a Y. So we're going to put our X values, -4, -6, into the X, and then we're going to put the Y values. Make sure the Y values match up. -4 goes with -7. 6 goes with 9. And then what we can do, menu, 4, 1, and then it's going to be 3, this linear regression. Our X list, we labeled X. Our Y list, we labeled Y. Then we're just going to hit OK. And it gives me my slope, and it gives me my y-intercept. Oh, is it -8x? Yeah, -8x minus 39. M is slope, B is y-intercept. Sometimes we write equations in slope-intercept form. Sometimes we have to convert equations into slope-intercept form. So name of the game when we're doing this is to get y by itself. So first thing I'm going to do is move the x to the other side. I am going to subtract 3x from both sides. Let me grab some scratch paper so I can work some of these out all the way. Okay. So 3x plus 4y equals 8. I want to get the x, I'm just going to move it. And to move something, you're going to add or subtract it. You're going to do the opposite of its sign. So these will cancel. I'm left with the 4y equals, some people go ahead and do 8 minus 3x. It bothers me. I like it to already kind of be in slope-intercept form. I like the start to be there. So I always flip it around. I always start with the x value. All right, to get the 4 away from the y, we divide everything by 4. So these 4's are going to cancel. Here, -3/4, that will not simplify. Always check if you're not sure. One way that you can check in your calculator, make it a division problem. -3 divided by 4 stays the same, doesn't change. Now 8/4 will simplify again. Some of you will be able to see it in your head. If you can't see it in your head, top divided by bottom in your calculator. Okay, and then that's it. That is my equation. Y equals -3/4 x plus 2. All right, this one here is already in point slope form. So what we've got to do to this one is we first have to simplify it, and it's not even point slope form, it's a wonky point slope form. So I'm going to distribute this 4 first, and then I'm going to start moving pieces. 4 times y is 4y. 4 times -2 is a -8. Now, name of the game, get y by itself. So for this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move both of these pieces at once, because I know both of these terms need to be on that side of the equal sign. So I'm going to subtract 2/3 x, and I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Remember, think of your equation like a scale. Everything's got to stay balanced. So this will cancel, this will cancel, and then I'm left with -2/3 x plus 8. Some of you may go, well, why didn't you just move the 4y? I like things to stay in order. If you want to move the y and then flip everything around, go for it. All right, last thing I need to do, get the y by itself. So I'm going to divide everything by 4. This cancels. All right, negative 2/3 divided by 4. Quick fraction review here. Negative 2/3 divided by 4. 4 is just 4 over 1. I don't know if y'all remember. We're taught keep, change, flip, keep, change division and multiplication, flip your second fraction, and then just multiply it out. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. 3 times 4 is 12. I show you this not because fractions are so hard, but to try to lessen how scary fractions can be. If you know the rules of fractions, they're so much easier to work with. You can do it in your calculator as well. Now, negative 2 over 12 will simplify to negative 1/6. Again, if you're not sure, check it in your calculator, see if it simplifies down. 8 divided by 4 is a positive 2. All right, and then last one here, I'm trying to watch my time. We've got y plus 4 equals 6x plus 7. Y plus 4 equals 6x plus 7. All right, distribute first. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times 7 is 42. And then here, all we've got to do is subtract the 4 from both sides, and that will get my y by itself. 42 minus 4 is 38. Again, if you need to use the calculator, use the calculator. All right. Next up, point slope form. Point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. y1 and x1 are 2 points, 2 values from your equation. So m is the slope, and x1, y1 is a given point. You will be given that point. It'll look something like this. Find the equation of a line in point slope form that passes through negative 2, 3 and a slope of 9. So we keep the 1 minus y1, that's the y value, is a 3, equals, slope is 9, x minus, now, x1 is a negative 2, so we could write x minus a negative 2. That's sloppy. X minus a negative 2. X minus a negative 2. Add a line, change the sign. X minus a negative 2 is the same as x plus 2. And here's where that algebra comes into play. If this is a plus here, you should automatically go, oh, that means 2 is negative. Now with these, we can convert them to point slope form, but we don't typically do that. And the reason why is because all of our answers are going to be different if we do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to convert it to slope-intercept form, and we're only going to work one of these. So 15 times y is 15y. 15 times a negative third is a negative 5, and that equals x. Sorry, guys. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. 15y. This cancels. And then I'm going to divide everything by 15 each term. Y equals 1/15 x. Okay? X on top of a fraction, you can write it like this. 5 over 15 simplifies to 1/3. And so I did that so I could find my slope. So now what I can do is I can plug a value in here. I'm going to plug, let's plug a 10 in for x. So if I do 1 over 15 times 10 plus 1/3. That means I would have a point at 10, 1. So to write this in point slope form, that's my ordered pair. Y minus y1 equals, here's my slope. Oop. and then x minus x1. Again, typically we don't convert to point slope form, so that's the only one of those that we're going to do. If you would like to practice the other two, you're more than welcome. Just understand everybody's answers are going to be different based on these two values here. We're not all going to pick the same ordered pair. All right, last one, standard form. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. A is a positive integer. We want a to be positive, and we don't want it to be a fraction. Okay? B and c, we want to be integers as well. Again, we do not want fractions in standard form. So no fractions or decimals. Find the equation of a line in standard form that passes through -5, -8, and has a slope of 5. So for one like this, given the information, I'm going to write this in point slope form. So y minus a -8, so plus 8, equals slope of 5, x minus a -5, so plus 5. I'm going to simplify this out. So 5 times x is 5x, 5 times 5 is 25. All right, I want all of this over here. I want anything that is just a constant over here. Now, if my x is already positive, I try to leave my x alone. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to move the y. I'm going to subtract y from both sides. And now I've got 5x minus y plus 25. Okay? You can stick it at the end. Okay? Again, that's just my OCD with math. All right, 25. I need to get this away from the x and the y. So 8 minus 25 is a -17. And this cancels. Still not quite into standard form. What I need to do is I need to just take this and just flip the sides. I need to write it as 5x minus y equals -17. All right, so more examples of this, because we do convert to standard form from other forms. So 8x minus 5y, or equals -5y plus 3. I just want the x and the y's together. I want the right-hand side to be just the constant. So here, I'm just going to add the 5y to both sides. 8x plus 5y, this cancels, equals 3. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote my answer keys out for this one. 8x plus 5y equals 3. All right, y equals -9 over 11x minus 4. As soon as you see a fraction, get rid of it. To get rid of this fraction, I need to multiply everything by 11. So y is going to get multiplied by 11, and then everything over here is going to get multiplied by 11. So 11 times y, 11y. Distribute the 11. So 11 times -9 over 11 is just going to cancel the denominator, and I'm left with -9x. -4 times 11 is -44. And then now all I have to do is move my x. I'm moving my x because it's negative and I need it to be positive. And I need the x to come first in standard form. All right, last one. Y minus 5 equals -x plus 11 plus 2. All right, simplify this thing out. Distribute, combine like terms. Yes, you need to distribute that negative. Invisible math says that is technically a -1. When you multiply by a -1, all it does is change the sign. Positive x becomes -x. Positive 11 becomes -11. If it's a negative, it becomes positive. Didn't mess with the 2. Combine like terms. Start moving pieces. I'm going to move the x because it's negative. So I have x plus y minus 5. This cancels. Move the 5. X plus y. This cancels. Negative 9 plus 5 is a negative 4. So x plus y equals negative 4.